Rush hour traffic in Oxford was always a nightmare, particularly on Fridays. Jackie Thorne was sitting in a traffic jam on her way home from work. Bags of shopping and a bunch of flowers sat on the passenger seat beside her. The tape in her cassette player stopped, and she took it out and restarted it, sighing. It was too hot. In the car behind, Detective Sergeant Lewis was driving Chief Inspector Morse to pick up his car.
What's going on?
Nothing. It's just traffic.
There must be something up ahead. Better take a look.
You mean turn on the siren?
Good idea.
Sir, I can't just... It's antisocial. You always do this.
The garage will have closed. I won't have my car for the weekend.
The cassette gave up the ghost. Jackie pulled out reams of unspooled cassette ribbon.
Why aren't we moving?
Morse leant across and sounded the horn. Jackie panicked and jerked forward, stalling. Her shopping fell off the seat and she looked round in annoyance. Lewis shrugged, embarrassed. A short while later, Jackie's car turned into the car park outside her apartment building, and she got out. Across the road, another car drew up. The driver wore black leather gloves and watched through a gap in the trees as Jackie pulled out the broken cassette. He leant over and took a roll of brown packing tape out of the glove compartment, while Jackie took her shopping and disappeared inside. The driver turned off the music and got out. He wore thick-soled black boots and black trousers. Lewis and Morse, meanwhile, drove along a back street into a garage lot. George, the garage owner, noticed them and hurried to his own car. But Morse had already seen him.
It's too late, Mr. Morse. Please come back on Monday.
Come on, George.
Oh, please, no.
George here is a magician, Sergeant. He can take 7 cars and turn them into a single one before your very eyes. Not necessarily his own cars, of course.
In Jackie's apartment building, the man with the black boots shut the door to one of the flats and came downstairs. On the way down, he noticed he had the cassette ribbon caught round his foot and shook it off. The ribbon led back under Jackie's front door. She must have dropped an egg on the way in. The yolk formed a glistening yellow puddle on the white floor. In the garage, Morse got a handful of notes out of his wallet.
Lovely. Mind you, in my opinion, it's good money after that, because the whole electrics is up that spout for a kick-off.
What do you mean? This car's pre-electrics, that's why I love it. I don't hold with electrics.
Just don't say I never told you.
Jackie's neighbor, Angie Howe, came downstairs to Jackie's door. She noticed the mess on the floor outside before knocking.
Jackie? Jackie?
When there was no answer, she went on downstairs. Inside the flat, the floor was strewn with broken eggs. A picture had fallen off the wall and smashed. A chair was upturned. A bottle of wine lay on the hall floor and the flowers had been scattered and trampled on. In the middle of it, Jackie Thorne lay on the floor, her eyes wide open, her wrists bound together with brown packing tape. She was dead. The entry phone receiver was dangling off its hook. Angie's face was on the video screen.
Jackie, let us in, it's me. I'm such a twit, I've left my keys upstairs. Did you know you've got a bomb sight outside your door? Jackie, tell that Tim to get off you and let me in. I can see you. I can't really, but come on, hurry up.
That night it was raining heavily. Jackie's apartment building was cordoned off, and several uniformed police officers were turning away a crowd of photographers and reporters. A A silver car drew up on the other side of the road. The driver turned down the cassette player and dialed a number on a mobile phone. He was gaunt, 40-ish, with pale blue eyes that flicked warily over the scene on the road.
Hi, it's me. No, I'm in the office. I'm sleeping. Want to pick up an Indian? No, I cancelled. I cancelled. Don't believe me then.
Morse's red Jaguar drove up, hooted, and the cordon was lifted for him to pass through. The man in the silver car drove away unnoticed as Detective Constable Bearden ran out of the house and opened Morse's door.
It's a repeat of the Maureen Thompson murder, sir. Carbon copy. Brown tape, knife wounds. We've set up an incident room in the downstairs flat, which is empty, sir. Got telecom on the way. The victim's upstairs, lives alone, owns her own flat, same pattern. Do you want to see her first?
I can't wait.
Sir, the boyfriend's up there. Sergeant Lewis is...
Morse climbed the stairs, ignoring him.
Speak to yourself.
And get rid of the press. A statement tomorrow. And I want a fax machine in the incident room. And get all the stuff on the Thompson case, including the Polaroids. And get me a coffee. And don't use powdered milk.
Dearden pulled a face behind his back. Once upstairs, Morse picked his way past the debris on the floor and knelt down beside a forensics officer, dropping bags. Lying beside it was a Monte Cristo cigar in a tube. Morse picked it up, looked at it, and put it in his pocket. Morse went into the bedroom, where an officer was taking the last ever photographs of Jackie Thaw.
Where's Lewis?
I was in the kitchen, sir, with a next door neighbour. She's the one that alerted us.
Any weapon?
Nothing. No prints, nothing.
Clear it all up, will you?
There's a bit of it with the pathologist, that's all.
That's all what?
Well, apparently it's, they've got an AGM or something.
Pathologist? AGM?
Yeah, apparently, sir.
What would you call a group of pathologists? You know, like a pride of lions, a murder of ravens, a lamentation of whatever it is. Swans. Swans? Swans? Pathologists?
It's a lamentation of swans.
Right. Well, cover it up, come on. Use something. A body of pathology.
Just a minute.
See, for God's sake. Oh, for God's sake.
On in here! I mean, racket. Oh,
You better find out whoever did this. You just better find whoever did it before I do. Stand around telling each other jokes. She was having my baby. Got any jokes about that one? Can somebody do something, please? Calm him down or take him somewhere. Come on, sir, let's get his son out the other end.
Lewis led the distraught man into the hall as the video phone buzzed into life.
Can someone tell the chief I've got Mrs. Thaw and the mother here? Oh, and I need to know, does he take sugar?
Lewis trod on an egg.
Hello? Is anyone hearing this? You who?
Morse walked into the sitting room and sat on the sofa beside the dead woman's boyfriend, Tim Ablett. He'd calmed down after his outburst and sat staring at nothing.
I have to pick up my kids. I'm late. Have them at the weekend.
Right. How come you were here?
Andrew called me. Check his name.
But you don't live here.
No, I don't live here.
You were
coming for a meal tonight?
No. She was going away for the weekend.
The baby, when was it due?
Sorry. She found out about 3 days ago.
It wasn't a joke. Not that it makes any difference, but you have to find a way to deal with these things, that's all. I'm sorry.
He took the cigar out of its tube and sniffed it.
Smoke?
In another flat that night, Philippa Lau got up at the sound of the doorbell. She walked with difficulty, pressing herself against the wall, as if afraid to be seen. Peering through the spy hole, she saw a white-haired Chinese man and opened the door. Her father took her by the arms, comforting her.
Tell me.
On the news. On the news they said a girl's been killed and it all starts up again and I can't be alone. I can't.
The next morning, Morse gathered all the officers on the case in the incident room.
Okay, what do we know? Apart from Dearden can't remember to buy milk. Similarities, differences.
Similarities: single women, young, live alone, car drivers.
And?
Worked in the centre of town.
White. Religion?
Nothing.
Schools?
No, different schools.
Doctors, dentists, opticians?
No. What about banks, building societies?
Same letter surname. Come again.
Thaw, Thompson.
Well, what does that tell us? Are they both in the phone book? Well, someone look. Perhaps our man is thumbing through the directory.
What about night classes? Clubs. Do we know about clubs?
Are they musical? Do they go dancing? What about when they were kids? Were they triangles 1 and 3 in the youth orchestra? Perhaps our man is triangle 2. That's for you, Rainbow.
Not in the book. Differences.
First murder, not sexual. Not consummated.
Different day of the week. Different location. Maureen Thompson lived in a house. Jackie Thorne lived in a flat.
Different colouring.
Different cars. Maureen Thompson's car was new.
Perhaps you should be looking at this in a different way.
Such as?
Well, we're fairly certain the primary connection between these two women is that they were killed by the same man. Perhaps he is what they have in common.
I don't follow.
Well, Maureen Thompson worked in the town planning department. Jackie Thorne was a nurse. I don't know. Perhaps we should be checking if a man made a planning application and then broke his leg building his conservatory.
Why don't you look into that, Sergeant?
Okay.
Do we all know Sergeant Maitland? She's with us on attachment from senior CID training, so if any of you feel like a lecture.
Sergeant Maitland is an expert on crimes against women.
Do you have anything to say, Sergeant?
In public? Sure. Hello.
Morning.
I'd like to suggest some ways of identifying this man.
She turned and drew a stick figure on the blackboard and put a question mark beside it.
He's probably self-employed, or not employed, because he can be in place at the end of regular office hours. What does it tell us? There is a gap of 27 days between the two murders. Perhaps he's a sales rep, and the murders coincide with his visits to Oxford. But there again, we've had no similar attacks elsewhere. So it would be odd if he didn't live here, but only killed here. Though, not impossible.
I'm not clear if you're saying he knew these women or he didn't.
Nor am I. He might have just sat in his car and waited for them to pass by, and in Italian with them at night class. He certainly either knew them, or has enough charm to get past the front doors without too much of a commotion.
She installs telephones, all those video entry things. Or repairs washing machines, or...
Well, whatever. But for some reason, both these women let this man into their homes. And because of it, they died.
In a crowded bookshop, Angie Howe was serving a customer. Jeremy Boynton, the gaunt man with the pale eyes, came in and wandered over to the counter.
Hello.
Hello, Jeremy.
I was passing. I just wanted to say, you know, it's terrible. It's terrible about Jackie.
Yeah.
You must be devastated. I am.
How did you know I worked here?
Jackie must have mentioned it.
Anyway.
What time do you close, Angie?
Oh, I've got an evening class.
I just wanted a little chat. Just a little chat.
Yeah, as I said, tonight's my evening class.
I'll be taking you in the car. We can talk on the way.
No, I don't think so.
I think we shouldn't. I think it's, what's the expression? It's to our mutual benefit. Oh, wait, I'll rouse. I'm in no hurry. Oh, there you are, you see. Candida. Something I always wanted to know about.
After their meeting that morning, Morse and Lewis sat in Sergeant Maitland's car outside a supermarket.
I'm the killer. I wait in my car at the end of a working day in a built-up area. I'm looking for a young, single woman driving alone in a smallish vehicle. When I find her, I follow her.
It's the Willies, isn't it? I think some chap's actually doing this.
How do you know she's single?
You can make a pretty shrewd guess about how somebody lives from how much they buy. You'd know that I lived alone from my shopping basket.
Well, that's true of you as well, isn't it? When you buy all those dinners for one and stuff.
They watched a plump middle-aged woman pushing a loaded trolley.
So I wouldn't follow her, for instance.
That's just good taste.
That's just sexist.
Okay. I wouldn't want to make the connection between sexism and good taste, but fair enough.
Keep on buying the meals for one. So.
What's your excuse, Sergeant?
Here's what?
A young woman got into her car with a single bag of shopping.
That's promising.
Maitland pulled out after the young woman's car.
I'm still not sure what this is supposed to achieve. I think we're finding out how easy it is to attack single women.
Outside the bookshop, Jeremy Boynton waited in his car smoking a thick cigar. When Angie came out, he sounded the horn. She looked at him angrily, then came over.
Hop in.
She got in, pulling her miniskirt down over her legs.
Nice outfit. So, where to?
It's just... Honestly, it's really not far. I can get a bus.
Don't you need books for an evening class?
No.
Well, what's the course?
Italian.
Oh, vero. I thought you were going to say gardening.
I haven't got a garden.
No, but you like growing plants, don't you?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I can never remember the Latin name for these things, you know. Pot plants. Pot plants.
Come on.
I expect you've had to hide them under the bed with all these bobbies snooping about. I'll tell you what's on my mind. I mean, obviously, it's nothing I like better than to take a sexy girl for a ride.
Oh, give me a break.
It's a question I'm always asking myself. Now, what is it that you ladies wear these tiny skirts, which by no stretch of the imagination, I mean, no stretch you could call prim, could you? Really, and yet, when a chap notices, you get all aggravated. It's a mystery to me.
I think it's my business what clothes I wear.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Get to the point, Jeremy. Just struck me that you and I have these little secrets about each other. Your smoking habits, and my friendship with Jackie.
I won't say anything.
Terrific. I'll tell you what, a girl like you shouldn't have to rely on buses. Why don't you come and see me and we'll fix you up with a very special deal on a little car?
I don't think so.
Well, if you change your mind, any time. Tell you what, I'm a little late, so I'm going to drop you off. Why don't you get yourself a taxi the rest of the way?
Boynton offered her £30.
No, thanks.
Suit yourself. Ci vediamo.
The female shopper, meanwhile, drove up to the criminal records office, and the security guard lifted the barrier for her.
Curiouser and curiouser, said Alice.
Maitland drove up to the barrier, and Morse leant out of the window to speak to the security guard.
Who was that ahead?
She's computer officer, sir, Kathy, night shift.
Is she married?
Oh, yes. Husband's on the force.
Think I'll get out here, Lewis. I'll see you in the morning at the incident room. Good night, Sergeant Maitland. Thanks for the ride. Will we see you tomorrow, or are you teaching?
Yes, I can be there if you want me.
Don't ask me, ask Sergeant Lewis. He asked you up here.
What's this problem?
Angie Howe was walking along the pavement to her home when Tim Ablett stepped out from some bushes.
Angie.
Oh, God! Oh, God.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, God, Tim, don't ever do that.
I'm sorry. Of course I didn't think. I had to catch you before you got to the house. It's crawling with police. Listen, can we go somewhere? I need to talk to you.
He took her to the laundrette, where his washing was nearly finished.
I'm not staying there today. I can't. I'm going to go over to a girlfriend's place. I can't sleep. I'm terrified.
Colours are unsolid.
I should have got the whites with the other stuff.
Oh, sod it. Can't even wash my own knickers. They made me do a blood test. The police. Why do you think that was?
I don't know.
You think I'm a suspect?
Well, I expect they'll want to test all the men in Newer.
What do you mean, all the men? How many men are there?
That's not what I meant. You know what I mean.
I don't. I'm asking you, was she seeing anybody else?
I was just her neighbour, Tim.
Why did she have all this shopping? She was supposed to be going away for the weekend to see Lorna sing. I rang Lorna and you could tell she was bluffing. Did you see anybody else before it happened?
No. No, I didn't, truly.
How did this guy get into her flat if she didn't know him? You know how careful she was.
I don't know. I don't know.
A man, dressed all in black, sat in his car watching as Paula Stedman left work with a friend and walked to her car, a steel blue Volkswagen. The man's gloved hand turned the key in the ignition. As Paula's car pulled out of the car park, he followed her. The next day, Morse sat in his car outside Jackie's apartment building, with a bottle of strong pale ale in his hand. As he studied her papers and photographs, Lewis and Maitland came out of the building behind him. They waited while the tape finished.
problem?
Nothing. Just a social visit.
We were just getting some air. Want to join you?
Morse nodded briefly and they got in.
So, any progress?
No. We can't turn up a thing. I think if they'd sat on the same bus together, we'd know about it by now. What about you? Anything interesting?
Not really. Sad, isn't it? All the domestic things become ridiculous when someone dies. She just paid her gas bill, telephone bill, had her car serviced. Still had the seat, the plastic sheet over the seat. I had a friend who died. He'd been ill for ages, and he was worried that his car battery would go flat. Every Friday I used to go round, drive the car around the block for 20 minutes, keep it. And then he died. I've driven the car in a year.
That's something I noticed these women did have in common. Both get their cars really well looked after. Everything's growing and crawling about in mine.
They weren't the same make, were they?
No. Maureen Thompson's was new.
Do we know what you drove before?
I can find out.
Go on, then.
Right.
Morse looked at him expectantly.
Oh, right.
The worst thing is, while we trace our tails, he's out there somewhere. And he's going to do it again.
That's right.
Can we listen to the other side?
What?
Lots of music.
It's wonderful. Listen, I'm sorry
Maitland smiled to herself. When Morse glanced at her and noticed her expression, he started to laugh. In the incident room, the fax machine printed out a message. Lewis tore it off and came outside.
Sick. Maureen Thompson traded in a Metro 3 months ago. It was originally purchased from Boynton's Garage, Burford Road. That's Boynton's Garage.
He pointed at the sticker on the back of Jackie's car.
Well, let's go.
Here. Morse handed his half-empty bottle of beer to Lewis, who put it on the ground and climbed in the back of the car. Morse accelerated away with a screech of tyres, and in a few minutes they were at Boynton's garage. It looked like a thriving business with its large, glossy showroom. Morse drove into the forecourt and stopped. Next door, Lewis noticed a sign that read, Oxford Driving Centre.
I knew this place from somewhere. See over there? That's where Mrs. Lewis, my wife, that's where she learned to drive. You know, she failed the test 5 times. Just couldn't do it. Anyway, 3 weeks in this place with a top man. Great bloke. What's his name? Come back to me. She sailed through. Man, that was a few years ago now. She drives better than me.
When you finish the life and times of Sergeant Lewis,
do you think we... What's his name? Check with me tongue.
They walked into the showroom. In pride of place stood a red convertible E-Type Jaguar, and as Lewis and Maitland walked over to reception, Morse opened the door and sat in the driving seat. It was then that he noticed the door of his own car being opened by Jeremy Boynton. the man from the bookshop, who had a good look inside. Morse watched as Boynton shut the door and came into the showroom.
You're sitting in pound for pound the best luxury convertible on the road.
Very nice. Beautiful. It's not a salesman's chat-up, by the way. I can't get enough of it to sell. Mr. Morse. That's your Mark II outside, Mr. Morse?
Yeah.
Lovely car. Well, it's a real motor car.
Very nice.
No, she's lovely. She's a little bit in need of love and attention, if you don't mind my saying so, but lovely. I tell you what, Mr. Morse, why don't you hop out? I'll have someone put this on the road and you can take it out for a little spin. I think I could do something very special in a Part X for you. As it happens, I collect old examples of the Jaguar motor car. I've got a D-type, 2 E-types, one with 9 miles on the clock, genuine. A B-type, which is very rare.
Keep going, you'll soon have the whole alphabet.
Are you looking seriously, Mr. Morse? Are you just whiling away your lunch break?
No, I'm very serious, and it's Chief Inspector Morse. Mr.
Boynton. Like you'd said, it's been a bit foolish.
Yeah.
So, how can I help you?
Does the name Jackie Thorne mean anything to you?
No. Jackie Thorne? No.
Maureen Thompson?
No. I have to say it was only seeing your car that drew me out of my office. I don't normally deal directly with the customers.
Right. And, well guessed, yes, they were customers of yours.
Has there been a problem, can I ask? Some kind of accident?
You mean with one of your cars? They're both murder victims, Mr. Boynton. They're both dead. And, you know, we couldn't find a single thing they had in common. And then we found you.
Sometime later, Martin Cass, the sales manager, knocked on the door of Boynton's office.
They're going. They get what they wanted. I don't think they knew what they wanted. A bit of a wild goose chase, in my view.
That's the impression I got.
I remember the Thorne girl. You must remember her. Very tasty, actually. Legs up to her knickers. And I tell you what's creepy. Made a bit of a play for her. Just casual. What do you do? Now she's dead. That's creepy, isn't it?
Boynton stared at Cass, then peered through the blinds at the police officers who were talking on the pavement. Morse gestured towards the driving school.
So you know the chap who runs that place?
I used to. Well, you heard me say about Thaw, but we sent some joyriders up here as well at one time. Get it out of the systems, let them drive around a bit. We've got a track and a skid pan and so on.
Why don't we walk round and say hello?
What, now?
Yes, now.
Any particular reason?
No.
Well, we can drive in. They've got a big car park.
No, we'll leave the car here. Let Mr. Boynton have a good look at it.
Boynton watched as they walked away from the car.
Now what? Looks like they're going to the school.
I think our friend Chief Inspector Morse could prove to be something of a major pain in the rectum area.
Can I ask what's on your mind, sir?
I just want my car to sit on Mr. Boynton's toes a little longer.
I get the impression you haven't fallen in love.
You kept calling the car her, she, the old girl.
I hate that. Makes my blood boil.
Yes. Everyone knows cars have got nothing to do with women.
On the driving school skid pan, a light grey car was spinning round in circles. It slithered to a halt, throwing the plump, elderly man in the passenger seat against the door.
right, Jimmy. Let's see if you can get us back to the office in one piece.
Okay, Mr. Wick.
Check your mirror, indicate.
A woman was having a lesson on a driving simulator as Morse and his colleagues walked in.
Now remember, Gloria, we stop for the junction. Brake, change down, brake, get the right foot off the throttle, off. Lovely. Yes?
Oh, sorry. Excuse us, we're looking for Mr. The chap that's in charge. Sorry, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Whittaker.
Whittaker! Derek Whittaker, thank God for that. I'd have lain awake all night.
Sergeant Lewis, isn't it?
Is it? That's right. Mr. Whittaker, let me introduce you. This is Chief Inspector Morse, and this is Thaw.
Suddenly, Whittaker collapsed to the floor, apparently in agony.
It's okay. I'm okay. That's you, Jimmy. I got thrown against the car door just now. We were a bit ambitious on the skid pad.
Sorry, Mr. Whittaker.
No, I'm fine. I think I gave my ribs a whack.
Why don't you sit down for a second?
Thanks. Oh. Don't look so worried. I'll be right as rain.
They sat down in Whittaker's office, and Jimmy passed them mugs of tea.
Oh, that's better. So, what's the problem? Got some more tearaways for me to tame? Jimmy was one. Do you remember, Sergeant? On the straight and narrow there now, eh, Jimmy? Going to be a qualified driving instructor himself soon. He's a good lad. They all are. It's a lifetime in and out of homes, borstals, remand schools. That's a pig for them, you know.
Actually, we're not, although you're right, we should bring a few lads up. No, we were up this way, and the Chief Inspector was anxious to have a little look around.
Oh, well, it's humble, but it's home.
Do you get all your vehicles from the Boynton garage?
Most of them, yes. The heavy vehicles we get elsewhere, but yes, we have a fleet deal with them. Makes sense, being just next door.
And they treat you well?
Oh, yes. Of course, all these firms like driving school business. It's good advertisement, isn't it? How many people buy a car the same as the one they learnt it? Huh?
Is it Boynton himself you do business with?
To be honest, no. It's mostly Martin Cass, the sales chap, as you know him, and Ronnie in servicing. No, Jeremy, of course.
He seems very nice.
Yes, he's all right.
Go on.
What's he done?
Nothing, no, nothing. He wants to buy my car. An old Jag.
Oh, yes. Well, he would do.
Can I trust him?
I wouldn't like to say. I should think so. Different if it was the young lady.
Oh, why is that?
He likes his pretty girls.
So we hear.
Oh, you've heard? Well, it's common knowledge. Goes together, apparently. Love of beautiful cars, love of the ladies. And you say you have a Jaguar yourself?
Morse managed a little smile. Boynton wandered restlessly around his office, stopping at the window to watch Morse and the others go back to their car. Morse's hand was on the door handle when he turned round and looked straight at Boynton.
Won't be a minute.
Now what?
Well, not me.
Why are we visiting driving schools?
Morse went into Boynton's office.
Chief Inspector Morse.
Inspector, second thoughts about the car?
No, I just forgot to ask you something.
What was that now?
You're a cigar smoker.
Now and then, yes. Why, do you want one?
I wouldn't say no. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Could be construed as a bribe.
What for? Monte Cristo.
A man who drives a Jag and knows his cigars. A man after my own heart, Inspector.
I don't smoke, actually. No, I was going to take you back to 11 Dexter Street. That's where Jackie Thorne, who you don't know, that's where Jackie lived. And try to find a speck of ash to match it with. Where were you last Friday evening, by the way?
Just hang on. Just one thing at a time. What do you mean, match it? I told you I didn't know this woman.
Then you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
I spent last Friday evening with my wife and daughter.
There you are. Better and better.
I have to say I'm getting a little bit aggravated.
I do that. I rub people up the wrong way. Thanks.
Morse waved the cigar, left the office, and went back to join the others.
Oh, that's our man, all right.
What? No. What?
Now all we've got to do is to find out how and why.
Whatever it's you.
Not a shred.
Martin Cass walked out onto the steps as the Jaguar drove away. That evening, in another part of the town, the man with the black gloves followed Paula Stedman's Volkswagen through several suburban streets until she turned off the road and parked outside her house. The driver stopped by the curb and watched her go in and turn on the lights in her ground floor flat. Paula noticed the car outside and came to the window, pulling aside the net curtains to have a better look. The driver switched on his headlamps and drove away. Later that night, a car turned down a narrow alleyway between two houses. A man got out and walked down to a door on the right. As he did so, a figure stepped out of the darkness between some bushes. It was Morse.
Mr. Ablett?
In Jackie's apartment building, Angie could be seen upstairs in the little tower room watering her plants. As she came down the steep staircase into the sitting room, she heard a knock outside. She looked suspiciously at the door.
Hello?
Tim Ablett, meanwhile, brought Morse into his kitchen.
Place is a tip. Sorry.
Don't worry. I really seem to be here at weekends, and then I have the kids, and it's pretty much pandemonium. Jackie refused to set foot in the place.
Listen, I'm not...
It's embarrassing, and I better go even more. What's the point?
You're late home tonight.
I work late. It's not a 9-to-5 job.
No, it's just that I called your office and they seem to think that you left some time ago.
What are you getting at?
Nothing, I'm just curious.
I went for an Indian. I had a takeaway. Chicken tikka masala. Do you want to smell my breath?
Jackie's baby. Is it possible that you weren't the father?
Sergeant Maitland, meanwhile, was talking to Angie.
What about Tim, my boyfriend? I like him. He makes me laugh.
Did they have a good relationship?
Yes. I think so, yes. I really didn't know them that well.
Oh, I thought you'd been on holiday with Jackie.
I think they had a pretty good relationship, yes. Look, I'm so tired to do this now. If you want to interrogate me, can you wait till the morning?
Okay. I'll go. It wasn't my intention to interrogate you. One thing, there wasn't any other visitors to Jackie's flat there?
Well, there's bound to have been. She was a very popular girl. She had lots of friends.
I meant other men.
As I said, she had a lot of friends.
But clearly Tim Ablett was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's her name? Jeremy Boynton, yes. Jeremy what? Boynton. No, why? I suppose you weren't Jackie's friends.
His name cropped up. Don't mind me.
No, it's all right, I'll leave it.
No, really, I'll go. Perhaps another time a bit more. I can let myself out.
Okay. Okay.
I'll see you.
Finally, Maitland left, and only then did Angie run to answer the phone.
Hello? Yes. Yes.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Stop hassling me, would you? If you must know, they've just been here. Yeah. Nothing. Your name came up. I didn't say anything. She just said, did I know you? You've been a friend of Jackie's. I told you. I didn't tell them a thing. Okay.
Angie slowly put down the phone and covered her face with her hands. The next morning, Morse, Lewis and Maitland sat on the patio at the back of the incident room.
You can't arrest the man just because you don't like him.
More's the pity.
I'm convinced Angie Howe knows something.
When will we get confirmation of the lab reports on the DNA tests?
Today or tomorrow.
I went to see the boyfriend last night. Tried out our little theory.
What do you mean, what theory?
That the murderer was also the father of Jackie's child. Same blood type.
We don't know that. That's not on, sir. That's terrible.
What?
Are you saying you told Tim he might not be the father?
I'm saying I put to him that he might be the murderer.
As if Thad didn't have enough to grieve about.
I am looking for a motive that will nail Boynton. If he was the father of Jackie's child, he would give me one.
We haven't even established that they knew each other.
There is a man out there killing young women. He is completely unscrupulous. I want to catch him.
I'm sorry, I don't think this is the way to go about it, sir.
Boynton was divorced by his first wife. According to the solicitor, he was beating her about. So?
If every man who hit his wife was accused of murder, the courts would be overflowing.
Was there anything else, Sergeant?
No.
Moore sat down in the bedroom and picked up Boynton's cigar. Lewis and Maitland went through into the office.
What does that guy think he is?
Dean, come on, get the door, will you?
Angie was standing in the door with a marijuana plant in each hand.
Angie? Angie, what's the matter? I've got to talk to you. What are these?
They're marijuana plants. There are a dozen more upstairs in the tower.
Later that day, Morse waited in the incident room looking out of the window as Lewis and Maitland ushered Boynton in.
Find your way here all right, Mr. Boynton?
Yes, thank you.
Good. You've met Sergeant Maitland?
Yes, that's right.
Hello.
car, any?
The B, C, D, or E type?
No, I drive a company car mostly. Just a saloon.
Good. So you won't be too concerned if one of my lads takes a look at it. Pulls out the seats and so on.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Have we offered you tea?
No, thank you. Why do you want to look at my car?
You don't need to be alarmed, sir. Just a routine check.
Make sure you paid your road tax. Do you carry a knife?
No. What do you mean, a knife?
Well, lots of people do. Boy Scout types, in case you break down in the middle of the moors, or, you know, be prepared.
This is ridiculous. I don't have a knife. Is this, can I get this straight? Am I being accused of something?
Not at the moment.
Because I want my lawyer here.
Sure. Can I just confirm, for my own memory's sake, you're quite certain you hadn't met Jackie Thornton?
I've already told you.
No, just making sure I understood you correctly. Sergeant, tell us about Angela Howe.
Jackie's neighbour, Angie Howe, seems to think you're a friend of Jackie's. Is she making a mistake?
She also told us he made a number of threats against her to prevent her from giving us this information.
I want my lawyer. I'm not going to say anything else until my lawyer's here.
Go ahead. You should tell him we're bringing charges against you, and tell him we're intending to do blood tests, fingerprint tests, DNA tests, every test we can think of. In fact, tell him to bring a few partners with him. You're going to need all the help you can get, Mr. Boynton.
Bearden led Jeremy Boynton outside and into the back of a police car. Morse watched the car drive off from the door, then turned back inside the house. In Boynton's car, an officer wearing rubber gloves switched on the cassette player, opened the glove compartment, and took out a tweed cap and a torch. More officers removed the ashtrays, felt around the crevices and unbolted the seats. Meanwhile, Lewis and the other officers were on the phones.
Does the name Jeremy Boynton mean anything to you, Mrs. Thompson?
Yes, sir.
Boynton, make a connection with Jeremy
Outside, the officers methodically stripped Boynton's car, removing the carpets, the seats, everything.
Bravo Oscar, Yankee November, Tango Oscar November. Male white, 42.
Just send the whole of under the car.
No. Boynton. You?
In the middle of all this activity, Chief Superintendent Strange walked into the office.
Yeah, Boynton.
Where is he?
Just a minute, Mrs. Thompson. He's next door, just on your left there.
The officers looked at each other. Strange opened the door to see Morse lying on the bed with his eyes closed.
Oh, come on, Morse! For heaven's sake!
I was thinking, sir.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll go. Because clearly thinking's at a premium with you.
What does that mean?
What are you playing at, mate? I've got half the briefs in London on my back. I've got the Crown Prosecution Service screaming down the phone. I've got... Oh, you know. You're in bed. It's brilliant.
Okay, so what have I done now?
I'm going to get Lewis in here and have this room ransacked. And if I find so much as the whiff of a bottle, you're for the high jump. Do you realise you brought a man into custody without a shred of evidence?
I've got lots of shreds, just not much in the way of substance.
I'm not laughing this off, Morse. You're going at this case like a bloody bulldozer.
I don't think so. I think I've found the killer. And no, I haven't got enough on him yet, but we're all working on that, and I'd rather have him jumping up and down in the cell than putting a knife into another woman while we plod around politely. I resent your remarks about alcohol. I'm getting fed up laughing that off.
On what basis are you holding him on? The CPS have told me you haven't got a semblance of a case.
This is a man who can lie brazenly. who can threaten a woman without any compunction, whose first wife left him after he'd beaten her up, who has all the opportunity in the world to carry out these crimes, who was certainly having a relationship with the second victim.
How do you know that?
I just do. I mean, there was a cigar in her shop. He smoked cigars. She was obviously intending to cook for him the night she died. She was pregnant. I'm sure we're going to find out that he was the father. He's married. She puts the pressure on him. He loses his temper. It's there. It's just there. I know the cigar's a bit weak, but it's a direct connection, and they both bought their cars through him, and it'll fall into place.
And what, he killed the other woman a month earlier in a fit of retrospective rage?
There'll be a reason. Come on, we've both been at this too long to... You get an instinct. You know. I know this man did it. He covers his tracks, that's the style. It's all to do with bluff, so now I'm bluffing him. Tomorrow I'll get the results of the blood tests, and then we'll turn the screw until he owns up.
No, you let him go. And if you don't, I will. You put together a case, a watertight case. Then you charge him. No, then you come and see me. I want him out of custody. Now. Don't go back to bed.
Strange marched outside.
Get this bloody car back together again. And make sure every crumb, every hair, every speck of dust is back where you found it.
You heard the man? Well, waste their time.
Morse came outside as the officers started to put the car back together again.
So it's sod all. Thing is, it's a demo vehicle. Probably gets scrubbed down once a day. It's the perfect car to commit a crime in.
Yeah. And I know he did it.
In the police station, an officer tipped Boynton's belongings onto the desk. Boynton signed a form and picked up his watch. As he fastened his belt, Morse came in from the corridor.
I haven't worked out yet how to make the most noise about this, but I will.
You know, I'd sleep on it if I were you. We get some results tomorrow, and too much sun or fury might embarrass you.
My solicitor has already told me that you laugh you in court.
Oh, really? Thank you, Sergeant. I think you should think of this as a few days off, a sort of holiday, because you'll be back. So don't fly off to Torremolinos for the weekend, will you?
You've got a real attitude problem, no? It's what gives the police a bad name.
Well, that's odd, because since I met you, I've completely revised my opinion of car dealers. They're nice chaps, clearly. They threaten young women, they cheat on their wives, but otherwise, you know, terrific guys.
Right.
Before you go, tell me something. If you didn't kill Jackie, why did you lie about knowing her?
Are you married?
No.
Well, think about it for a moment. Just try and find the place where your brain lives and stick this up it.
He held up his middle finger and turned to leave. In the dimly lit corridor outside her flat, Philippa Lau was walking to her door when a tall young man came up to her. She dropped her bags and crumpled to the floor.
Would you read my card? Please read my card. It tells you who I am. I'm going to sell things. Handkerchiefs. These are very pretty. Can I show you? I've got all kinds of dusters and telephone cleaners and ironing board covers. The handkerchiefs are £2 for a set of 6.
The deaf salesman looked at her, puzzled, as tears ran down her face. At the driving school, Derek Whittaker was on the phone.
No problem, Mr. Morse. I'd be delighted. Okay, good. I'll see you tomorrow. Sergeant Lewis has just come in and asking to lend me his highway code. I will. Yeah. Bye now.
Who's that?
Your friend, Mr. Whittaker. I'm going to have some driving lessons.
Why?
You should be pleased. You're always criticizing my driving.
Say goodbye, Matt.
Outside Jackie's apartment building, Angie was chatting to Tim Ablett and his children. Sergeant Maitland drove round the corner and stopped beside him.
Angie!
Oh, hi.
Hello, Mr. Ablett.
Everything all right?
Not too bad. But I think I should tell you, Angie, Jeremy Boynton's been released.
What?
There's no evidence linking with Jackie's murder.
But there must be.
Listen, don't be anxious. If you get any intimidation, he won't, I'm certain. But if he were to try something stupid, we're downstairs. For the time being, we'll have an officer in the building 24 hours a day.
They've let him go.
Angie, it's not a question of letting him go. It's a question of not having any reason to detain him.
Listen. You mean until he does it again? But what about these tests? What about the threats he made on Angie?
We have to work within the rule of the law.
Yeah, but who does that protect? You know, because that's the question here, isn't it? Come back with me.
It's nothing will happen to you. You've got my word on it. You've got my word on that, Angie!
Come on, Angie, you can't stay in the flat.
After work, Paula Stedman and a friend went round to Paula's new flat. They measured the windows for curtains, in full view of the man with the black gloves sitting in his car across the road. He put a tape in the machine and settled down to wait. After a while, the two women came out and drove off in a Volkswagen, the watcher pulling out behind them. Dropped her friend off and then stopped at her old home alone. The driver pulled up at the curb, switched off the cassette, and took out of the glove compartment a roll of brown packing tape and a long, sharp knife. He got out of the car. Paula walked towards the door of her flat, but then met an old woman struggling with heavy bags of rubbish. Paula took one and walked out to the bins with her, chatting. The man hesitated, and then turned back to his car. The next day, Jeremy Boynton arrived back at work. On his way into the showroom, he saw Morse's Jaguar and walked over to it, pulling on his cigar. He looked around for the inspector, irritated. But at that moment, Morse was having a driving lesson.
We'll take the second exit, please.
You're making me nervous.
What's the speed limit on this road?
30.
Whittaker pointed to the speed limit on the lampposts.
40.
Whittaker covered the driving mirror.
What's behind you?
I don't think there was.
He removed his hand to reveal a blue car behind them.
What speed are you doing?
Too fast. Going a bit fast, I suppose.
Tim Ablett crossed the road towards Boynton's garage. He seemed restless, jumpy, pacing around, trying to see into the showroom. A petrol tanker pulled up on the garage forecourt, and Ablett watched as the crew unhooked the petrol hoses and started to fill up the storage tank. In the car, Morse was becoming more and more flustered.
Off the brake, you're braking too hard. Feather the brake. Feather. Watch your speed. Wrong gear. Don't leave that the second and third gears, they're there for a reason. Revs. Watch your revs, watch your speed. Position. Position. How are we doing? Let's head back. I think that's enough for the first go.
Shall I put L plates on?
Not so bad. We'll make a driver out of you yet. I can't help wondering, what made you get in touch?
It was Jeremy Boynton gave me the idea.
Jeremy?
Yes, I think he liked the idea of me being able to pop in on a regular basis.
In In his office, Boynton was on the phone to his lawyer.
I am not being hysterical. It is aggravation. Hang on, wait a minute. What am I paying you for? If you don't agree with it, get somebody on the phone who does. The guy is a little bully boy. That is not a personal theory, it is a fact. What?
Some see, sir. He says it's urgent.
Fortune for this call. You see these guys charge me a bloody phone call. Don't just use your initiative or something. What was I saying?
I know, Mr. B, but this man, he said he can't wait.
I'm going to have to call you back. What do you want? Good morning, Mr. Boynton. You're just walking straight into my office. My name's Tim Abbott, Mr. Boynton. Ah, hang on. Right. Hang on. Right. Look, what do you want? It's not exactly very... I'll take a little walk if I were you. Get out of here! All right, Sandra, and paint your nails or something.
Boynton shut the office door, and Ablett picked up one of his cigars.
You've got a real way with the ladies, eh, Jeremy? Real style. Listen, okay, let's just try and have a civilised conversation. So how come you managed to smile me way out of police custody, you bastard? Because I haven't done anything wrong. You're a liar! And now you're going to get what's coming to you.
Ablett flung open the door and walked outside. Boynton picked up the phone.
Martin!
Ablett ran outside, and seeing the crew behind the tanker, he started unscrewing the petrol delivery hose. As it became loose, petrol sprayed out in all directions. He picked it up with both hands and doused the cars in front of the showroom. Boynton came running out. Ablett turned the hose onto Boynton, soaking him with petrol. Boynton grabbed it, and they struggled, but Ablett knocked him off balance, sending him rolling down the steps onto the forecourt, where he lay choking, blood running down his forehead. The tanker's crew had to turn off the petrol as Ablett leapt onto Boynton, turned him over, and pulled out a gat from him everywhere.
What are your cigars?
The secretary was phoning for help.
Yes, all three.
The tanker crew ran for cover, but Ablett dropped the matches and, still sitting astride Boynton's body, he started to sob uncontrollably.
So, do you see much of Jeremy?
We have dealings, not socially. We used to a bit. When he did something, he put me in it with his wife.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, nothing was better.
When you say put you in it, what do you mean?
Well, let's just say one evening he was with one party and he said he was with me. I don't like...
In the forecourt of Boynton's garage, it looked as though it was snowing. Firemen were pouring a thick blanket of white foam over the forecourt, the cars, and the petrol tanker. Whitaker's car drew up, and as Morse got out, he saw Tim Ablett being helped into a police car, a blanket round his shoulders. Morse avoided the foam swirling thickly onto the road and walked over to the ambulance in time to see Boynton as he was lifted in on a stretcher, unconscious. Beside him, Martin Cass caught his eye and turned away without speaking. Morse stared uncomfortably into the distance. Late that afternoon, firemen were still sweeping the forecourt clear of foam when Maitland, Lewis and Dearden drove up and went into the showroom. Morse was at the desk in Boynton's office, surrounded by files.
What kept you?
Well, see, he said we were in for a long evening, so I thought we should all go home and get something to eat. And I bought you some sandwiches.
What kind?
Oh, Val made them. Salmon, I expect. Or cheese and pickle. Yeah. Is this you, sir?
Is this me going through Mr. Boynton's personal belongings? Absolutely.
Do we have a warrant?
Not as such. So, I'm in here. I want the rest of you to go and ransack the business files, the customer correspondence, service files, anything. Now, we've got one night to come up with something and put it all back in the morning.
No.
No what?
No, we can't do that, sir. It's not legal.
What do you hope to find, anyway?
Something, anything that proves that Mr. Boynton is a killer. It's an opportunity. If we can't find it, then nobody's hurt, nobody knows. If we come up with something, then we come up with something.
Well, I'm up for it.
Good.
Yep, me too.
Come on, Sergeant. Going through car service files is not like reading someone's diary.
You should have requested a warrant.
I'm not gonna get a warrant, am I? So there was no point in asking. Look, you go home, Lewis, if your conscience is pricking you so much.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Let's just do it.
I thought you stood for all that stuff about working with the community, about community partnership. What does that mean? If you can go through someone's belongings without asking them or telling them?
Yesterday, Tim Ablett and Angie Howe asked me who the law protects, the Boyntons of this world or the Jackie Thorns. And I couldn't answer.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Actually, sir, I think, I mean, well, it strikes me Sergeant Lewis, he has got a point, actually, isn't he?
Listen, you go. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Good night.
You sure?
Positive.
Right. Well, I'll just go and see if I can catch, because I haven't got any transport, though. Thanks anyway, sir. Good night, Sergeant Maitland.
Night, David.
Don't feel obliged.
I don't.
Morse and Maitland took the files back to the incident room below Jackie Thorne's flat and painstakingly went through every document and invoice that Boynton's garage had sent or received since its inception.
No. You know, I think we could get him on tax or something. His car collection is funded very creatively. But I haven't come across anything interesting, like a knife or a love letter from Maureen Thompson.
Me neither. My head's spinning. He didn't even give Jackie Thorne a discount on a service. There's nothing here.
Have you had enough?
Nearly. What time is it?
Late.
Are you always this obsessional?
You mean the case? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe it's like the church. My mother used to say that priests should be married. What do they understand if they weren't married? Maybe the same true about preaching.
Here, in my digs.
As the storm whispers its final adieu, I'll carry the rain's essence, the joy's break.
At home, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
Now let's pack up. I can take this back.
Right. Tell me again what we've been looking for.
I don't know. Something that ties Boynton in with these murders.
Right. So the only names we've been looking at have been Jackie's and Maureen Thompson's.
So?
Well, this doesn't make any sense, but why aren't we looking for some other connection?
Such as?
Or what if he's committed similar crimes in the past? That there've been other women who've come through the garage?
I think we'd know.
Why?
I know all the cases on our books. I could recite them.
And they're all closed?
Not all of them, but none that connects with these. I don't think.
Isn't it just worth running every name on these card indexes through the computer? Something might come up.
It's too late.
Start now. There are two machines. I go on this one, you go on that one.
No, come on, we've done enough.
Shame on you.
Oh, no, really.
Chief Inspector Morse, are you telling me you don't know how to work the machine?
I don't know how to work the machine.
Well, sit down, and I'll show you.
Can I go and get the tape recorder from Jack? I can't think without music.
Spend the night with a man. It's very revealing.
Hours later, they were still at the computers. Outside, it was daylight.
If I hear this piece of music one more time, I'm going to scream. You know it's the morning. This was a terrible idea of yours.
I'm quite impressed with these machines. Do they take hard disks and things?
Shut up. 1 minute you don't know how to turn the thing on, the next you're a computer bore.
Story of my life. Okay, now show me how to turn it off.
I think we're in business. I think we're about to be in business.
What?
Philippa Jane Lau, Eurasian. Philippa Lau was the victim of violent assault 5 years ago. She was seriously injured, but she survived. She's alive. 3 months after buying a car from Boynton's garage.
Wow.
Two's company, Mr. Boynton. Three's a crowd.
Later that morning, Lewis arrived for work. He came into the incident room to find empty pizza boxes and half-full bottles of beer, and a note that read, "Find out anything you can about the Philippa Lau case. In later. M." Morse, meanwhile, had gone to see Philippa Lau at her flat. She heard the bell ring and crept to the door to peer through the keyhole. Morse rang again impatiently. She stared at the strange man but did not move.
Miss Lau?
She backed away from the door into darkness. Back in the incident room, Dearden handed Lewis a computer printout and passed Maitland on her way in.
Hi, how are you?
Not so bad, thanks. You?
Terrific. Listen, I'm sorry about last night, but it was worth it, really. Is he in?
No. What time did you get finished?
Quite late. Did you get the message?
Yeah. What was I supposed to be finding out?
Well, Philippa Lau, we think, is another victim. Didn't we leave you the printout?
No, she isn't.
How do you know?
You're both as bad as each other, aren't you?
What do you mean?
In this country, the law says, we're innocent until proved guilty. You've already put Jeremy Boynton behind bars before you've even... I mean, if he died yesterday because of what we'd led Tim Ablett to believe, whose fault would that have been?
Wait a minute, I think...
No, you wait a minute. I've had the lab reports this morning. Yeah, Boynton was the father of Jackie Thorne's baby, and no, he didn't... It wasn't rape. She'd had intercourse several hours before she died. You know, Philippa Lau. The man who assaulted her, he's in prison, Sergeant. He was caught and convicted. It had nothing to do with Jeremy Boynton. None of it has. But there's no procedure. There's no... It's crime solved like a crossword puzzle, and I'm sick of it. Anyhow, I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it, so...
Maitland walked away without speaking. Lewis noticed the other officers watching him.
Well?
Morse left the block of flats and got back into his car. As he started the engine, smoke started to pour out of the bonnet.
Brilliant.
Later, a breakdown truck carried the red Jaguar away, watched by Morse and Lewis, who had come to pick him up.
Fancy a drink, sir?
What's the matter?
Just asking if you want a drink.
Well, something's the matter. How many years have I known you? You don't often ask me to go for a drink.
I'm asking now.
All right. Strangely enough, I know quite a decent hostelry a few minutes' drive from here. Oh, now wait a minute. I can't, can I? I've got a driving lesson, and I've paid for it. Couldn't give me a lift. We can chat in the car. This is where the Lau woman lives. She wouldn't open the door.
Well, you probably scared the living daylight out of her.
What?
Philippa Lau. Did you not think about that? She'll be terrified. You just trample around, don't you? You're supposed to be so clever. Sometimes I think you're just a bloody fool.
Lewis, calm down. Tell me what's eating you.
Why don't you wait and read the case notes before you go stirring up the past? If you can't be bothered to read the whole lot, just look at the last page. It's a signed confession.
Morse picked up the file and looked at it as Lewis drove them to Whittaker's driving school.
I could tell you a lot about your driving already, Lewis. A lot of problems.
You're not taking this seriously, are you?
I am. Yes, I am. My case is falling to pieces. My car is falling to pieces. I can't have a drink and my sergeant wants a transfer. Yes, I am taking it seriously.
I don't want a transfer. I just think perhaps it'd be... I don't know.
Anyway, you may as well know I'm not accepting any of it. Except maybe the drink. I am not accepting any of it.
Sir, there's a man in prison, Jerry Firth.
I think we pay him a visit.
Oh, he's more than 100 miles away.
Well, he can't come to us. Hello, Derek.
All well?
Fine.
Sergeant?
Derek. So what am I doing?
I want to meet this man. And tell Maitland to call Philippa Lau. It might be better coming from a woman. Derek, you won't mind if Sergeant Lewis uses your phone?
No, use the one in my office, my shed. You have to dial 9 for an outside line.
See you in an hour or two.
Great.
I'll wipe the smile off his face, Sergeant. We're off to the skid pan. Did you have a good breakfast?
Later that day, the man with the black gloves waited in his car outside Paula Stedman's new flat, tapping his fingers on the steering wheel. Finally, as he knew it would, Paula's car drove up and she got out. This time, she was alone. The man switched off the cassette, opened the glove compartment, and took out the roll of brown packing tape and the long, thin knife. 100 miles away, Jerry Firth sat in a prison cell. A warder opened the door and brought Morse and Lewis in to see him.
All right, Jerry. Well, look a bit lively, son.
Don't let him catch any cigs up here. I'll be just out. Thanks, there.
How are you, Jerry?
Yeah, okay.
They're treating you all right, are they?
Yeah?
How long you got left?
Bit.
We just had a couple of questions about your sentence. Come on, a little chat.
Or are you not in the mood?
I'm not really in the mood.
Fair enough.
Morse put a packet of cigarettes on the table. Lewis added another one from his pocket.
Philippa Lau was asking after you. Who?
Firth reached for the cigarettes, but Morse got there first.
Philippa Lau. Have you forgotten her? You can't have forgotten her, can you?
Wouldn't have thought so. Philippa Lau. You attacked her, Jerry. You went down for her. She was one of your TICs. We have your signed statement.
Yeah, right.
He does remember.
Yeah. So tell us.
Paula Stedman, meanwhile, was sitting on the floor flicking through wallpaper samples. She wore a personal stereo and didn't hear the first ring of the bell. The second time she did notice, and went downstairs cautiously.
Who is it? Yes? Oh, hello.
As Morse and Lewis walked back into the incident room, Dearden came up to them.
Waiting in the room. He's been in there an hour. He's not very happy.
Okay. Anything, anybody?
Hi.
Did you get through to her?
Yeah, she's in a pretty bad way.
Yes, well, I think that's my fault. Isn't that right, Lewis?
Well,
Not entirely, sir. I wasn't the only person to telephone this afternoon.
Uh-huh.
At about 4 o'clock, a man called, and, well, I've written down what he said as accurately as you could remember it.
Morse, if you could spare me a few minutes, I'd be very grateful.
So?
No, not that way. We're going out. I'm taking you for a drink.
It's funny, you're the second person to say that to me today. I turned the first one down.
This one you'll need.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
Strange brought the drinks over, and they sat down in a corner.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You're off this case, mate. I've spoken to the Deputy CC, and he agrees. I mean, that garage business yesterday was the last straw. Boynton could have died. And that would have been it for you. I'm not even going to mention the rest of it. I mean, papers disappearing overnight without a warrant.
Give me 24 hours.
You're off. You're on leave. Don't make me throw my weight around.
Does the name Philip Lau mean anything to you?
Yeah, I've heard about that too. I mean, that case is closed. It's 5 years ago. Oh, get a grip, eh? Come on.
Rig that.
Philippa, I'm watching you. Not such a little tease these days, are we? A bit harder for a cripple. Whatever you think you remember, forget. I'm watching you, and if you start shooting your cheap little mouth off, next time I'll do the job properly. Well, what's this supposed to be?
It's the transcript of a telephone call Philip Lau had this afternoon. Now, I was at a prison this afternoon talking to the man who's inside for assaulting her. Quite interesting, huh?
It doesn't mean anything. He could have had a friend call her, it could be a hoax. That is not evidence.
No. Jerry Firth, he's the coroner. There was a deal. We did a deal. Well, not we, Neville Batten. Anyway, a deal was done. He took on a couple of TICs to clear the books, and we put in a good word. Now, Firth knew nothing about her. He didn't know whether she was white, black, big, small, thin, fat, young, old. He didn't know where she lived or what was done to her. It was a trade-off, sir. And the man who did do it is out there.
Do you think it has to be Boynton?
Philip Lau bought a car from him. Maureen Thompson the same. Jackie Thorne had an affair with him. Let me take him into custody. I'm getting the evidence.
I don't know. Nev Batten, he never was much of a... He was a bloody fool.
Lewis rushed into the pub.
Oh, I don't know. I still think...
Excuse me, sir. You better come.
What?
There's been another killing.
Well, now will you let me pick him up?
It wasn't Jeremy Boynton, sir. I kept him in. He's still in the hospital.
In Paul and Stedman's flat, an officer finished taking photographs before Morse covered her body with a white sheet.
This is not very professional, I know.
I feel so.
We should have caught this man. We should have caught this man before this.
Just for the record, sir, Paula Stedman does not and never has owned a car from Boynton's garage.
Still, before Morse went for his driving lesson that day, he stood on the other side of the street from Boynton's garage watching. Martin Cass came to the window and stared at him through the blinds. As Morse watched, Cass closed the blinds, blocking out Morse's view. Only then did Morse look away. Lewis and Maitland, meanwhile, went back to Philippa's flat and showed her photographs of the victims.
Who's this? Her mother. No, I'm sorry, I've never seen any of these people before.
Do you remember anything about your attack? I've seen the file and you were... Well, I expect it was the shock. But I know you said then you couldn't remember anything.
I have these dreams about him. And I see his face. I couldn't describe him, and he changes anyways.
Later on, Whittaker took Morse onto the practice motorway.
What we're aiming for is developing some foresight. I could do with some of that. I drive up the motorway every evening and I don't want to touch the brakes at all if I can help it.
I thought you lived in Oxford.
I do.
And why do you use the motorway?
My wife's in a clinic. She's had a stroke, so I go and visit her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was this recent?
A couple of months. It happened before a few years back, but I got her home. Now they don't think she's going to be able to. Doesn't know who I am.
Morse zigzagged through a line of traffic cones.
That's why I've got no time for the likes of Boynton. Running after every little tart in a tight skirt.
Morse lost his rhythm and ploughed through the cones. Lewis and Maitland, meanwhile, were on their way out of Philippa's flat.
Can I come back? Could I come back and see you? You don't have to.
So, when you got your car, when you got it from Boynton's, was it the sales manager who sold it you, or who?
No, I didn't buy it myself. It was bought for me. I mean, I paid for it.
What? You mean your brother?
I know this sounds a bit pathetic, but I was very nervous about driving. It took me a long time to pass my test, so I went to this place, a centre where they've got like these video machines and pretend road system. When I spoke to him, he was nice and obviously knew a lot about cars, and he just got me the same car I was learning in.
Good! We're making a halfway decent driver out of you. Blasted thing.
Whittaker reached into the glove compartment for another pen. As he searched around for it, Morse noticed, inside the compartment, a roll of brown packing tape.
I do like this car.
It's all right.
I suppose it's, you get used to learning on something, then...
Right.
That's what you were saying about a lot of your learners buying the same car.
Oh, yeah. Boynton's have done very well out of us.
Lewis's car raced away from Philippa's flat.
Did Maureen Thompson buy one?
I think she did, yes.
And Jackie Thorne?
Very clever. Very clever, Inspector Morse, yes. Yes, she bought her car, they all did. Whores. Little bitches all heat.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. They are.
They used to sit in my car half naked. They're daughters of Satan. And there's my wife who's a saint. I'm not kidding. I'm afraid I've got to keep you quiet, Inspector Morse. Sorry!
Whittaker grabbed his knife and turned on Morse as the car sped onto the skid pan. Morse fighting to keep control, struggling with his free arm to fend off the knife that Whittaker was trying to stab into his throat. The car careered over a hill as Lewis drove onto the skid pan and the two cars almost collided. Lewis spun round to follow as Whittaker's car skidded to a halt, smashing into a bank of cars. Lewis and Maitland leapt out and ran to open the doors.
I'm fine. I've had lessons on the skid burn.
Lewis pulled Whitaker's slumped body back in its seat to reveal the knife sticking out of his chest. There was blood on Morse's hand.
Hello. It sounds stupid, but I can't get my hands off the wheel.
Morse had suffered a minor wound to his arm, but he went back to hospital to find Boynton. He was carrying a steering wheel. Boynton was packing his belongings.
I owe you an apology.
Yes?
I couldn't see the wood for the trees. Not for the first time. Did you hear what happened?
Sergeant Lewis came down.
And you're off home?
Yep.
Morse put the steering wheel on the table.
Peace offering.
What's this?
I've had it for years. I got it at some auction or other. It won the Monte Carlo Rally in 1956. Well, not by itself, of course. I've never had the car to put it in. I think you do, and I'm sorry. Anyway.
How's your arm?
Sore.
You deserve it.
Thanks.
In the incident room, Lewis and the other officers were packing up.
5.
Right.
Thought you weren't meant to be carrying stuff.
Told me not to do something, and well, you know.
So if I ask you not to keep in touch?
Thanks, Yvonne.
I'll see you.
They shook hands, and Siobhan Maitland walked out of the room, leaving Morse alone with his files.